All right, guys, today we're going to talk about the water cycle. All right, it's one of the 3 cycles that we're going to talk about this year. And we have the water cycle, the nitrogen cycle, and our carbon cycle, okay? But first, we're going to look at the water cycle because I think that's probably the cycle that we're all most familiar with. All right, so somebody tell me anything that they know or think that they know about the water cycle. All right, good. Okay, it's when it rains. Perfect. A lot of you probably have heard the word precipitation, and you're familiar with it, okay? So that's good. Already some knowledge that we know. So by the end of this lesson, you're going to be able to identify the different processes of the water cycle. All right, so you see it right there on our screen. And this is what you are going to be able to do by the end of this lesson, all right? So let's look at this. Did you know that the water we drink today is the same water that existed since the world began? I think that's difficult for some of us to process. If you think about it, the world started so long ago. And can you imagine drinking that same water? It's crazy. So basically this water's just been recycled over and over, and it's our process. Remember, a process is a continuation, and that's just what the water cycle is, okay? It's water being recycled over and over again. So let's look at this. Okay, the water cycle is also known as the hydrologic cycle. Does anybody know what hydro means? Good. All right. Think of a hydro flask. I know a lot of you, hydro flask is popular now. So if any of y'all have heard of a hydro flask, think about that. What does it hold? A drink, water. Good. Okay. Hydro means water. Okay. So basically, if you know what hydro means, it basically just looks like water cycle. Okay. So remember that hydrologic is the same thing as water cycle. All right, it's the journey that water takes as it circulates from land to sky over and over again. All right, if you look at this picture right here on your screen, you see these arrows, and it just goes in a circle. All right, it's showing you that the water cycle is a never-ending process. All right, it's always happening. It never stops. And these are our stages. If you look here over to the left of your screen, these are the different stages of the water cycle. Some of these words may be familiar to you and some may not. All right, but that's what we're here to do today. We're going to learn some of these unfamiliar words. All right, let's look at our first word, collection. Now, some of you may know what collection, just the word collection means, but do you know what it means in the water cycle process? Okay, what do we already know about a collection? Okay, do you collect anything? I know when I was growing up, I collected porcelain dolls. Does anybody else collect anything? Okay, we may collect baseball cards or music boxes. Good. So all you're doing is what? Gathering a lot of something. All right, that's basically all collection is here in the water cycle. Okay, when the water falls to earth as precipitation, it just collects. Okay, and these are some different examples of collection. All right, we have oceans, lakes, icebergs, puddles, rivers, and streams. So does a collection have to be a certain size? No, it can be big as an ocean, or it can be as small as a puddle. All right, so when you see the word collection, think about things that you collect, okay? You're gathering, and you probably have them all in one place. So that's all collection is in the water cycle, okay? It's the gathering of water all in one place. All right, good. Evaporation. This word is probably a little bit more familiar to us. When we think of the water cycle, we probably think of precipitation, evaporation, and condensation. Now, when water is evaporating, it's being heated. Okay, so we have our collection of water. So in a puddle, in an ocean, is our collection. As that water gets heated up by the sun, okay, it's going to turn to vapor or steam. Where else have we seen vapor or steam? Maybe in our house. Okay, think about maybe when we're cooking, or if you have watched a parent cook and they're heating up a big pot of water on the stove. What do you see coming out of that pot? Steam, yeah. Okay, so can you see it? Yeah, you can see that maybe inside of your house, but can you always see it outside? No, okay? Our vapor sometimes can be invisible to us, okay? It's a gas. Now, is gas heavy or light? It's light, so it's going to rise up, okay? So as our water is evaporating, it's rising up into the sky. Perfect. All right, now, I have this little video that you're going to watch. And as you're watching this video, I want you to think of something that you find interesting in this video, and then we're going to talk about it, okay? So we watch the video, then we talk about it, and then we move on. Perfect. Y'all are wonderful. Good. All right, transpiration. This word may be a little bit unfamiliar to some of us. You don't always hear of transpiration when you're talking about the water cycle, but it's there. It is just evaporation, but the water is coming off of plants, okay, the leaves on the plants. So it's not a collection like in the ocean, but when it rains, water doesn't always fall into a body of water, does it? No. It lands on the leaves of trees. It lands on your grass. So that water also has to evaporate. Okay, so that's when it's called transpiration. Miss Turner's crazy. Transpiration. All right, it's when it's coming off of those leaves. Perfect. And if you see this picture right here, that's just to show you the water that's evaporating. Okay, you can see it in the little baggie, so they've contained it just so to give you a visual so you can see what it's doing. All right, our next process is condensation. This is water vapor in the air. It gets cold and changes back to liquid water droplets in the air. This is how our clouds are formed. Okay, can anybody think of an example of condensation that you may have next to you? I have an example. It's right here next to me. Okay, have you ever seen your cup? Okay, say you've got a cup of water. It's got ice in it, and it starts to get these little water droplets on the side. Okay, that's condensation. It's getting cold, and it's changing into a liquid. You'll see it fall down your cup sometimes. Well, that's how our clouds are formed. Okay, it's heated up with evaporation. It goes up into the sky and cools off and forms our clouds. All right, we're going to watch this video, this Bill Nye video, that's going to help us understand condensation a little bit more. As you watch it, hopefully he can answer any questions that you have. But as you watch it, I want you to write down any other questions that you may have. All right, and if you're having trouble listening or hearing everything he's saying in the video, I have the closed captions turned on. All right, so you can read as he's talking if you're having trouble listening, okay? All right, then we watch the video and we discuss it after it's done. And then this is probably the word that we're all most familiar with is precipitation. Okay, is any form of water that falls onto our surface. Okay, so the clouds condense so much that it gets so full and it bursts, and that's how we get precipitation. Okay, remember, is precipitation just rain? No. Okay, we have rain, snow, sleet, and hail. Okay, it can be many forms. It's frozen, it's slushy kind of, it's almost frozen. and big balls of ice. Okay, so any form of water is precipitation. All right, now here, all of you, I sent this to all of you, so you have your own copy. And what I want you to do is, we'll pull this up. Gives kids a little bit of time to pull it up. And all you're going to do on this activity is we're just going to practice. All right, you have your diagram of the water cycle, and you're just going to come over here to a word. Okay, you just click on it, any word, and then you're going to drag it to its place on the diagram. That's not collection. I don't know why I clicked on that. All right, precipitation, and just drag it to where it belongs. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of time to do this. All right, and it'll be sent to me when you are completed with it. All right. All right, now let's move on. So this is just a review. You'll learn very quickly. Miss Turner likes a lot of music, and I find a lot of songs that have to do with the topics that we're talking about. So we're going to watch this water cycle rap, and as we're watching it, if you want to sing along, you sing along. We can't hear you, but I know it's fun. When you say it out loud, it helps you remember it, and you can go back and watch this video as much as you want to. And it is going to help you retain this information, all right? We'll watch the video. Then I have this Kahoot game that we're going to play. Just a review before we take our test. You can go back and watch this Kahoot or play the Kahoot. We'll play it a few times over the next few days so that we can prepare for our test at the end of our unit. This is some vocabulary that I want you guys to remember, all right? If you ever need to refer back to any of these words, it's right here. This slideshow is sent to you so you can look back and refer to it as much as you want to, all right? Because you're going to have an assignment here in a minute, and you're going to have to use some of these words, all right? So always go back and look at it and make sure you're using the words correctly. If you, I also have this game that I've added that you can play. It's just a review for you to practice. I will say, I'll click it, but this is what the screen will look like. You just play it. It's a game that you can play. But you can do this on your own. We're not going to play it right now. And then this is your assignment, all right, that I want you to work on today. It's not due today. I want you to turn it in on Friday. But what you're going to do is make a comic strip or a story as a molecule of water, so just a little molecule of water, a little raindrop, as your main character. All right, if you look, this is what your story or your comic has to include. All right, I'm going to send this and a rubric to you to look at while you're creating your story. All right, you have to include text that explains what's happening. So what I don't want is you to just draw pictures. Okay, yes, I want beautiful pictures. I want it to look beautiful, but I need to know what's happening. Okay, so if you've ever seen a comic strip, maybe you've seen little voice bubbles with writing in it. That's fine. Okay, you're explaining to me what's happening. But if you want to draw a picture and then have the text underneath it, that's also fine. All right, if you look at 2, your text can be written in dialogue or as captions. Okay, that's just what I said, a little story bubble. And then you have to use the terms evaporation, condensation, precipitation, transpiration, and collection. I need to know that you know what these words mean. All right, now you have 2 options. You can create a story here, or if you're not as good as using technology, then you can just go to Google Documents and create your story there, all right? But once again, you can use the story jumper. I have a video posted to show you how to use it, so you can click on that, or just use Google Documents, all right?